Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. My name is LynzloByChoice. I'm so happy you're here. We're on the last home of our modern homes in this series. I'm so happy about it. I really cannot wait to get into this. Go ahead, grab everything you need, and let's get into building our final home of this modern home series. So I definitely feel like this home is one of the smaller homes in this community, but on the upside, this is actually the second smallest. So the one over, I think, two houses down, that one is just a one bedroom, or it could be two bedrooms, but it's really one bedroom, one office, and one bath. This one actually has two baths and three bedrooms. One of the bedrooms is on the first floor, and then two of the bedrooms are on the top floor, but I used one of the bedrooms as an office, and it has a really great spacious backyard. We have a full front yard. Like, I feel like this is just perfect for a new family or someone who just loves having a spacious home without a lot of the clutter, because I definitely didn't go for a big clutter home in this one. It's really all about intention, and I just love it. I end up having a huge pool, and there is just like a deck area that is to die for. I end up having a table there, a seating area. There is a basketball hoop that I thought about adding to it, and it just really speaks to about the intention in this home, and that's really what I wanted to push out. So I'm so excited to be in this last one for this one. I knew it took me some time to get back into the series, even though I only had two more homes to go in this part of town, but it was so exciting, and it let me play with a lot of the modern concepts that I've grown to love. I added the pool in, and then as soon as I did that, I needed to really add in these lights, just because I feel like when it is, during the afternoon, during the morning, this home just looks so regal and just very simplistic, honestly. And so I wanted that to translate when it's a little bit darker outside. So I needed to add those lights, and then I go in and just start working on the floor plan. This is what I was thinking in the beginning, and I really start to just stick with it. So I end up having the bathroom towards the front of the home on the second level, and then all the bedrooms are towards the back, and there is a designated laundry space as throughout the entirety of these community homes. So I really love the way this turns out. I thought I would have this kitchen at the front of the house, but I end up tucking it away in that little space over there. At first I thought it would be the dining room. It's not the dining room in the end. That ends up being the kitchen area, but that's that bathroom, and then also the bedroom back there. I felt like this kitchen needed to be very luxurious. It needed to be very in depth. So I really wanted to go for something a little bit out there, and especially starting off this modern homes, I had the counters in there from the Dream Home Decorator game pack, and so I needed to continue that here, and I end up going for the color swatches of black and orange, and I felt like it was really great because I haven't really used those. I used the blue ones in the last one, or in that first one, and so I needed to use a little bit of color in this one because the other ones felt like I was just going a little bit black and white. So I need to change it up just a little bit, but you can see I'm just adding in some furniture just so I can have an idea of where everything is going, and that is just my signature. Before I can do any in-depth kind of decorating, I really need to know the lay of the lands. I need to understand what's going on in here. And once I have that, I can go in and start adding some artistic expressions from what I think this family is going to be and how I feel like they live. And so from there, that just gives me an idea of where everything goes. So I needed to do that. And then I also just wanted to have some finishing touches on the outside. And you can see I was just working on that, just thinking what kind of car went anywhere. And so I just ended up going on with that little bluish lavender. I think it's like a lavender kind of periwinkle, I don't know, but I ended up going for a fancier car, and so I end up using that. And then now we're just working on the first room in the first level, and that is this office. I end up going for a modern bookshelf console, and I really wanted to go with a red, but I do start to lean into a blue, but the main colors in here is white, and I end up going for a more of a yellowish wallpaper. It's like white with yellow accents and undertones, and I really love the way that looks, especially because there's so much natural light in that room, and it really ties it all together. It's not a a very big room or anything, but it works for the kind of space that we have, and I absolutely love it. From there, I start to go into bedroom number 2, and the color schemes in here is white and blue and hints of brown. I haven't used this chair at all, and this chair actually came from the Werewolves game pack, I believe, and I love the way this looks. I didn't really think I could accent this room with that brown, but it definitely works, and I really like it. I end up needing something to add to this room that really adds a little bit more personality. I end up going for the shelves that have the clothes hanging from them and then boxes at the top. That, along with all the clutter that's on the desk there, and then the clothes and the chair, I feel like it all really ties together. It's not a lot of clutter, but it really signifies that a person's living there. And so I felt like that is just someone that, you know, like a cousin who stays by. I don't really think this is like a family home or traditional family home, but I feel like it has those traditional family aspects to it that could really be fun for gameplay. Transitioning out of that room, I end up going into the laundry room, and this one does not have a lot of clutter at all, mostly because I feel like these people who live here aren't really there all the time. The Sims that live here are really out and about and traveling, and even when they do, they probably send their clothes out to be dry cleaned, so they barely really use this space. But I do want to make it seem like, you know, the occasional amount of clothing is being washed in this laundry room. And I feel like that definitely translates. It's not overly cluttered at all, but it does seem to be decorated in a fancy manner. And that's really what I was going for. Now we are moving into this bathroom, and I love it. It is not overly decorated at all. It's really just for function, but I love the way that ends up going. It has that bath shower combo, and then I go right into the living room. This is definitely a new skill for me because usually I start on the first level and work my way up, but I felt that I needed to try something new, and so this is what we end up going for. And in here I tend to go and gravitate for a industrial vibe in here, and that's typically how I build, and I felt like I just kind of leaned into it for this one, and I'm actually okay with it. I love the way this one turns out. It's definitely different than the other modern homes that I built in this community, but I feel like that's definitely warranted, especially when the outside is supposed to look the same, not necessarily the inside. I feel like at the beginning of the construction of all these homes, they initially looked the same, but the entire point of having an inside of the home is that you can decorate it the way that you see fit, and that's exactly what I wanted to tailor to here. So they have a lot of the same traditional concepts on the outside, but on the inside they have free will, and I wanted them to enjoy that. So that's really what I end up going for now. And then I have this beautiful dining table that I have on the inside, and I felt like this was amazing for this family because this family, or the people that live here, I feel like are very social people. They love being out, and that's why they cling towards more of an aesthetically pleasing home. It's not a lot of clutter everywhere. It's very simple and more so on the minimalist side, but not so minimalist that they can't touch anything. Although I absolutely loved building this, I feel like the only thing that made this a little bit difficult was that I just didn't know what to do with the space underneath the stairs. I had no idea, but I felt like I needed something to feel a little bit more cohesive, and so I end up going for a seating area. I did try to put that piano there, but I end up opting to put it near the hallway towards the back, and I end up just putting a seating area here. I love the way it looks. I wish we had more swatches in that couch though, because I felt like it was amazing. I just needed it in a different swatch. But from there, I end up going into the second bathroom. This is really the first bathroom on this level, or in this home in general, but it's the only bathroom on this first level, and I really thought that it would be used by visitors and the people that live in that bedroom right next to it. I end up loving the idea of having this pool here, but then also having the stairs so that people could jump off of it. It was a little bit difficult in creating because you can see it's jumping all over the place, but I did end up figuring out how to do it, so I end up using that. The concept behind this entire backyard was just fun and friendly, and I feel like this definitely gravitates to all of those things because there's so much to do in here. There is a little seating area right there. There's a dining area. There is a huge dining table with a pool and a basketball hoop. So I love the way that that backyard looks, and I just love it in general. But I needed to go back inside and add a few more things. You can see I'm just jumping all around, really making sure that I am putting my all into this build, and I feel like I did towards the end. I feel like my favorite room in this entire home is this bedroom. I love it. I love the concept of browns, yellows, oranges all mixing, and it's just a very neutral room. And I feel like it just works with this home because we have that darker color scheme outside and out in the living room and everything. But then as soon as you walk in, it's just very cool and serene and calming. Like, this just looks very cozy to me, but not to the point where it's forgetting about aesthetic, because that's really what I wanted this home to be about, all about it being aesthetically pleasing. You know what I'm saying? And although there were parts of this build that was particularly challenging to me, I loved building this, and I think my most bold choice in this home is that lamp that we see in the living room right there. It is like a statement lamp, and I couldn't help but use it. I know it's a completely different vibe in terms of that bright yellow, but I love it. As much as I love everything else in this home, I feel like I just put so much energy into making sure that this was very aesthetically pleasing. Since we are nearing the end of this build, I do go in and just add some decorations everywhere, just so I made sure that there isn't anything here that, you know, is out of place, just putting in some wallpaper and everything. And I feel like this is an amazing way to end this series. I had so much fun doing this. I'm getting ready for the next set of community homes that we'll see. Please let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions on what type of community you think this next one will be. We have one more community in this world, and I'm so excited to see what we can come up with. If you like this video and also this series, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, that way you can be notified whenever I post new videos. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you really enjoy these screenshots, and I am so happy with how this turned out. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.